What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, we're sitting at about $321. It is the 19th of February right now. We're coming to the end of the day here. 6 hours 29 minutes left. Looking like we're having a green day so far. I suspect that we will continue. I really appreciate what we're doing here with the price and with the RSI, right? We have a double bottom on a closing basis, right? Closing low right there, closing low right there. And then on the RSI, we have a higher low, which is bouncing right off of the oversold zone. As long as we get today to close green, right? This part of the RSI right here between the low and where we are now, that is pivotal. So if the day closes red, we could, is it pivotal or pivoting? It's pivotable. It can pivot. So if today closes red, it won't be pointed up, it'll be pointed down. So we want today to close green because this not only would confirm bullish divergence, but it would also be a really nice, powerful indication bouncing off the oversold zone. I wonder if we, have any moments like that. Back here, kind of lower low there, right? In the price, higher low in the RSI, bouncing right around the oversold zone. You did go lower, but initially you bounced low to high. You saw a 36% bounce, seeing this here, and that was from the higher low too, not the higher low in the RSI, not the low from back here. So from this low here, I would think the higher low in the RSI, if we were to see a similar move, something like that would likely take us up to this next range, and that I feel like that makes a lot of sense, right? So I love that we can make sense out of it with the RSI and with what we've seen before. Just because we saw this before doesn't mean that it has to perform the exact same, but 30%, 50%, something in that range probably is what we have to retrace here. If we take a high to a low right there, the golden ratio is actually at the top of this zone. That's kind of nice. Bitcoin Cash does like to find resistance and support just above or just below the 0.5. So be aware of that. It doesn't have to reach its golden ratio, but if it does reach the golden ratio, oftentimes it does like to hit that 6.9. So we likely would go to these areas of resistance. So one way or another, I suppose we're going to interact with this area. It's just, are we going to do the bottom range resistance areas, or are we going to do the top side resistance areas? If we can quantify that in a percentage form, from the current price right now at $321, the minimum target would be a 30% move. Maximum target would be a 50% move. Okay, so that's about right. That's what we were just saying there. Okay, so and that would take you to your golden ratio. That could also get you set up for a kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? The old sombrero look there, and then we can go to the upside there. I don't know. Probably to the upside, something that would take us above this high and inevitably to higher prices than we've seen all cycle, right? I'm suspecting that because we've consolidated longer here than we have at any other point this cycle, I'm suspecting that this move will be more robust than the last move, okay? That's what I'm expecting. If we take a monthly look at this, we look at the all-time history, we are coming to the end of this consolidation phase. Is consolidatory even a word, or is it the right word to use? Consolidation phase. I would suspect that whenever we break out here, we will see not just a more powerful move than our last one, but the most powerful move that we've seen probably in multiple cycles, if not ever in this thing's history. The stopping point, the first stopping point, undeniably would be somewhere around these highs here, somewhere around last cycle's highs. So even at a closing basis, that's a 3x from here, 210% growth, which that's on the low end. I wouldn't expect that personally. That next point of resistance there, that's at about $1,200. Yeah, that could be a target there as well, 278%. I think something closer to this high, if not even through this high, is possible. 410% at $1,642. We could find resistance just below, just above, something around there. Very possible. If we take a high to low fib right here, come on now. Your 1618 is right there at 1300. Okay, so that's a 300% growth of 4x. And you have your 1886 right there just above that. So just below, just above, something like that could happen. If not, going all the way up here, this would be your maximum expectations. And I know it's not something we ever talk about, but genuinely, you guys, Bitcoin Cash could see a move that is like a 7x, maybe even a 13x by the end of March, if not by the end of April or May, somewhere in that time, over the next quarter of a year, if not less time, we could see something rather miraculous take place, right? The last time that we were down here at this exact same price, or maybe I should say the very first time we were here at this price, okay, from that level, from the level that we're at now, 2 months later, we saw a 13x, okay? So whenever I'm saying that now, I'm not just saying that for kicks. I'm saying that because we did this here in the heydays, in the very beginning, but we have, I think, a very strong reason to do it here as well, because we are breaking out of a multi-cycle lifelong consolidation phase, and the coins that have done this already this cycle, XRP, XLM, probably some others out there that will as well, whenever they break out, they've stopped at their highs, not at anything less, right? It's always been at the highs. So, and they're getting ready to go higher. So I think Bitcoin Cash stops here momentarily. By the end of the cycle, it goes up a lot higher. We'll see. At a bare minimum, I think we will get something between 200 to 300% in growth, but I really am expecting something much more miraculous than that over the coming month. But we'll see how it goes. $322 now, $1,000, $2,000, more than that later. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye.